Hey guys, Matt Professor here. So in this video, we're going to talk about the first principle of the ABC concept that I did in the last video, and that being the attack, the counteroffensive or even re-counteroffensive attack. So with that, the concept I want to highlight more now is your angle of attack. If you're facing straight on with the threat, don't stay in that pocket. Don't stay straight in the center in the pocket like that and try to engage that threat. A lot of times, I'm not saying that it can't be done, and there are techniques that we do even in Kali where we go straight up the middle using elbows and different things, but generally speaking, we want to try to cut that angle. Instead of being direct, we want to use our footwork, our movement. That way, if somebody attacks, I don't want to stand there trying to cover and protect and hit back and survive in that pocket. Instead, I want to change my angle of attack so that even if I throw my elbows up to counter against a punch, or I parry to go to knuckle busting or whatever, the moment I engage with that person, I need to change my angle of attack. Don't stay here. They already know that I'm here. That's why they're punching at this target in space, so to speak. They're trying to hit this spot. Well, I don't want to stay there. So the moment I engage, I want to change my angle of attack, and then I want to bisect the lines that they're creating. If they're throwing punches straight at me, then I want to move it off center, off that center line, and then change my angle of attack so that it bisects or cuts through their line. In doing so, what will happen is I'll be able to reach them and hit and connect, and they will have a much harder time being able to hit me due to my angle of attack. So take a look at your techniques, and when you're working on different self-defense concepts, number one, it's not about memorizing a technique. You can memorize a drill so that you can use that drill to develop attributes, flow patterns, and different things to develop attributes. But when it comes to self-defense, you can't focus on memorizing a technique. If you memorize a technique saying they throw this technique, they stab at me this way, or they punch at me this way, I do this response, and I go through this series of techniques. And if they stab at me this way or punch this way, then I do this response. If you try to memorize an actual combination for one attack and another combination for another attack, it just won't work. What happens when that attack doesn't happen just like that? And you've gotten into a mentality of memorizing versus understanding the concept of why the technique works. So don't try to memorize as much as you just want to drill the technique to understand the concept behind it, and then be able to adapt it to any given situation. So as you're going through and practicing your techniques, understand the concept of a bisecting line. All right, when you bisect a line, you can make it to where you can reach them and they can't reach you. Or you change your angle of attack and you kind of slice that pie, with a different angle. And so whenever you go through your techniques, look at your technique and ask yourself, hey, when they attack, did I change my angle of attack here? How can I bisect this line that they're creating and allow myself to strike and hit them, at the same time making it difficult for them to hit me? But again, guys, the concept is a bisecting line or changing your angle of attack. Okay, guys? Peace.